So today, what I'd like to talk about is the responsibility of being an imam. There are many people who have wanted to become imams, and they got to a point where they just could not become an imam. Like there was a barrier that stopped them from becoming imams. Uh, or there's another situation where people are trying to get in contact with the imam, and all they ever get is like the imam's assistant because the imam is too busy, or so they think, that kind of thing, and they get discouraged. I want to explain to you the responsibility of imams. First of all, the first thing that I explained to you was who can be an imam, which is only the family members of Ibrahim. So you can look in the Quran at ayat 2, Surah 2, ayat 124, to verify that information so you know that I'm not just saying something random. My whole point is that there is this will explain to you who can be an imam. There's no questions about it. It's not a debatable topic. That's just the reality of who it is and what it is. But where people get confused is the covenant aspect of being an imam. So that's a leadership. That's like a leadership covenant. That's like taking a pledge to, you know, be a leader in the community, like having a public service job or something like that. Uh, so it's a very critical situation to be in. So ultimately, what happens with an imam is this. If you look at the Quran, Surah 17, ayat 71, what you will find out is that imams are called with the people that they were responsible for, their communities, and their records of good and bad deeds are manifest before them. So what that means is that an imam is responsible for the people that they are supposed to be leading. They are held accountable. There's an accountability factor to being an imam with Allah. It's like if you're gonna be an imam, then first of all you have to be part of Ibrahim's family, and then second of all you have the issue of being accountable with the people that you were doing your taleems or whatever. Basically you are responsible for all of your actions, publicly especially. What you do in private is between you and Allah, that kind of thing. So it's like you have your life, your lifestyle, but at the same time, you have this great responsibility. So this covenant is basically a leadership covenant, and you are held. It's not like there's leeway here. There are other imams, in the world. You're not like the only imam in the world. Like, imams talk too. You know what I mean? So with that being said, it's like, you can claim to be an imam, but you're not really an imam. But the real imams will know that you're not really an imam. So it's better not to claim to be an imam if you're not really an imam. It's that kind of thing. So with that being said, an imam doesn't have a middleman. It's basically like the day of resurrection, or the day of judgment comes, and then your imam is presented before Allah with his people, and now it's either you're gonna go in the right place or you're gonna go in the wrong place. And this is what people don't understand with what an imam is dealing with just in everyday life, that they don't see, that they don't understand the great responsibility of being an imam. It's like perhaps you didn't want to be an imam, but you don't have a choice. It can be like that too. There's many circumstances that make a person become an imam. Like literally, Allah can say, "Hey, you're going to be an imam." You don't have a choice. This is what you're gonna do. You like, not because you want to, not because uh, this is, somebody else wants you to, but because Allah has decided you're gonna be an imam, so that's what you're gonna do. So with that being said, I think people really need to understand that. Uh, it's probably not the fact that the imam isn't returning your phone call. It's probably not the fact that uh, getting in that only the imam's assistant can call you back. It's probably the fact that the imam is dealing with something on an entirely different level of knowledge that is maybe the imam is in deep meditation because of concern for making the right decisions, that kind of thing. So with that being said, I just wanted to kind of clarify, you know, why imams kind of act the way they do, and who is an imam, and the responsibility that it is of having a leadership covenant of being an imam. So with that being said, assalamu alaikum.